welcome back to Monday Quilt Chat. And Blue heard me say that, and he wants to say hi. Oh my goodness, I just about dropped ya. Yes, I did. Blue is needy. He's hungry, but he doesn't know he's hungry. Do you all have a dog? Have you ever had a dog that would not eat his dog food? You have to trick him to eat his dog food. That would be you. Yeah, you're the one that does that. So I can actually hear his stomach growling right now. He has dog food in his dish, but he will not eat his dog food. He would rather go hungry. Right? That's my dog. That's Mr. Blue. Okay, Blue, let's take a nap. Lay down. Let's see how long this lasts. Well, as I was saying, welcome back to Monday Quilt Chat. We are here today to talk about everything quilty on my mind, everything that's going on here in my quilting world and in the quilting world in general. So, lots of things to talk about. And as usual, this happens every week. Every week, I think, what in the world am I going to talk about today? And then, lo and behold, I start making the list, and there's so many things on the list that I'm wondering if I can get through them all. First of all, I would like to say thank you so much to all of you who entered to win the drawings for the 15,000. The 3 winners have reached out to me, and I have their addresses, and their prizes will go out this week. Today is President's Day, and I don't think the mail runs, so it will be going out on Tuesday. So it's great to hear from you, and there will be more giveaway type things in the future on this channel, so stick around. You just never know. It might be you. Somebody has to win. Isn't that what they say about the lottery? Somebody has to win, so you might as well play. Well, I'm not encouraging that, but that's kind of like it is around here. I have a giveaway and somebody has to win. So we'll see what happens when we get to 20,000, what kind of giveaways we'll be able to drum up for you, or ideas for a giveaway. So, and thanks to everyone for ever subscribing to the channel. All of you I consider as my friends, and we have a good time here, and I really enjoy hearing from you in the comments. Some of you even send me emails and private messages and things like that, so I really enjoy talking with each and every one of you, no matter what way you decide to do it, whether it's through a comment, an email, a message, whatever. If I am available to talk to you, I will. So, thank you for that. What I did this weekend, I did another Anne of Green Gables block, and it was a doozy. I think I did this on Friday. After I spoke to you on Friday, I got busy on this block. Now, this is the last block in the center section that has those 9 blocks, and I did do a fussy cut on that. And this block took more than 2 hours to do. It was between 2 and 3 hours. And now, mind you, I'm slow, and I like to enjoy my work, and, I didn't get in any big hurry. But this took a long time. It just did. I didn't have any mistakes or anything. It just took a long time. So, my 9 block center section is done, and now I can work on putting together the connecting blocks. So I think I pointed that out on Friday. I have the green and cream blocks that I've started on, the 4 patches. I need the other side of those 4 patches, which are half square triangles. And I'm waiting for some fabric to come in. That dark fabric that I'm going to use for the big center triangles around that center block. I have enough fabric from the fat quarter bundle to do 2 of those. And then I have some yardage coming to do the other 2, and then the other half of the half square triangles that's going to frame that out in the center. So I think that comes on Thursday. So I think I'll probably be leaving and of Green Gables alone for a few days, and work on some other projects. So I've got plenty, as you know. The state star, remember it was Alaska, and it's been a while. That's the foundation paper piecing star out of this book. I randomly picked Alaska, and that is, let me get this, you've probably forgotten by now. That is this star. This one star right here is the one I'm going to make. And I have 1/4 of that star done. That takes a while. So I think that's going to turn out pretty. So I need 3 more of those. And I've got that all laying here, so that is probably going to be continued today, I would think. I don't think I can get all 3 of those sections done today. I need to do some other things, but that is one thing I'm going to work on. And then also my craft swap, I got that finished. I don't have my package ready to go, but I showed you this, and then I made a sunglass case, and I made a mini quilt out of her. This was the fabric that she sent. And then I happen to have this and this that coordinates with that line. And so I made that. I just did some straight line stitching on my Jazz 2 for that. So my sewing part of the swap is done. So I can get that ready to mail. Going to have lots of mail going out this week. That's always fun. And let's see. Oh, my long arm project. I don't have this bound yet. This is something else I would like to get done today, possibly. I did another national park quilt. By the way, I never did show you that national park quilt, did I? That was that little secret project I did last week on the long arm that was a gift for a family member, and I couldn't show you until she got it. Well, she got it last week, and I could have shown those pictures on Friday, but I forgot. So I'll show them to you right now. I'll go ahead and put those on the screen over here now. This is one of those large panels that Riley Blake put out on the national parks. And I finished it out on the edges. There's a wide border of a coordinating fabric that has like each national park seal on it. And that's in navy. And then on the back of the quilt, I used a navy blue minky. And I did a meander on the long arm for that. And then I also bound it in that same border fabric. So there is that project. And if you remember back in the stash busting time period, what was that, September, October, all of the end of last year really, I was doing those panel quilts ideas. And I did the Smoky Mountain one. You'll probably remember if you've been around. But this is the panel that I did. And I decided to do the same meander on this as I did on the other one that I just showed you. Because, you know, state parks, national parks, it looks like trails. And I just wanted to do that same thing again. So this one says Great Smoky Mountain National Park. And that's one of my favorite places to visit in the United States. It's in Tennessee. And so I think I have some of these fabrics left. I know I probably have some of this green. I'm not so sure about these. Those may have been fat quarters or something. And then this is a grunge. I don't know. I haven't picked out anything for the binding yet, but I would like to get that bound today as well and have that a complete finish from this weekend. So that is what I did over the weekend. I was pretty busy. I got a lot done. My body hurts all over from all the work I did. My neck is still really stiff. It's just from sewing, just doing this, you know. And the long arm is not that physical, other than you have to stay with it all the time and just be vigilant, you know. And I did get my chair, and, you know, that has helped immensely. But, you know, you're still kind of hovering over a lot when you put your quilt sandwich on it, and, you know, the pins and the rolling and all that stuff. I don't know. Just everything together that I did caused my neck to be very stiff, and it's still sore. So anyway, hazards of the job, isn't it? Hazards of the job. And then here's my, I think I got everything written on here. Here's my journaling from last week that I did. I don't mean for you to read that. I'm just telling you that I did my journaling. And I didn't have any days that I didn't do anything. There was stuff going on. I didn't sew any on Thursday. I just did my video for Friday on Thursday, but I was pretty busy otherwise. So all of that got done. And then I also received in the mail the American Quilters magazine, and this comes with a membership to the American Quilt Society, which will get you discounts on their site, and also discounts to entrance to their shows, like the Paducah, Kentucky show, and the other ones that they have around Branson, Orlando, wherever you happen to, whatever's closest to you, then you'll get a discount. There is one thing that I didn't want to review the whole thing this time. There wasn't a whole lot that reached out and grabbed me. It's a great magazine. I do enjoy it, but this time I didn't have a lot to show you out of it, other than I thought this was genius. Just genius. This is a pattern. You know how they always have these nice patterns in here with all the instructions on how to make them. And this is called raining hexagons, or raining hexies, and you can see why they would call it that. But the way you put it together is so cool. I have to share it. Now, I'm not giving away the pattern. If you need the pattern for the quilt, you're going to have to go on their website and find this pattern, or, you know, get the subscription digitally and get the pattern. But this part is not giving anything away about the pattern, really. But it is something that you could do yourself if you're doing hexagons of any size. But what they do, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. Let me get it close. They take the hexies and you make your strip of fabric that you lay your hexies on 1/4 inch bigger on each side. And then you sew down your hexies as if to applique them. Now, you could just do it with a straight stitch. You don't have to do an applique stitch, but you could. And then you sew your strips together. And then you make your regular quilt sandwich and quilt it however you want. You could even quilt it on a long arm if you wanted to. Isn't that ingenious? I think I would like to try that. I love making hexies, but I do not like hand sewing them together. As you know, I have an ongoing project of that, and it's very slow going. I have a piece probably about this big that's done. So, and I've got hundreds of hexies to still add to that. So next time I make a hexie quilt, I'm going to do it like this. I think that's, mind blown. Have any of you received your American Patchwork and Quilting magazine? I don't know if my subscription has run out, or I still need to just be patient and wait for the issue to come out. I haven't seen one for a while. I could look and see what the last one was that I got, but it's been a while. So I don't know if my subscription has run out, or do I just need to be patient? If you are a subscriber of American Patchwork and Quilting, the actual magazine that comes in the mail, have you gotten yours yet? And if you have, let me know, because that would mean that I probably need to resubscribe. I get confused on that because after you subscribe to them, they'll send you a renewal with every magazine. So it's like, okay, I'm pretty sure I just paid for this last month. Why are they sending me a renewal? Well, they do that so that they can, keep you thinking that you need to renew, which, I'm onto that, and I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that every month they send a renewal. I'll do it once a year. So I need to know that. If you can help me out on that, that would be great. If you hear something weird, that's Blue. He's grunting. He's a grunter. He doesn't bark at me to do things for him. Well, sometimes he does. If he's grunted long enough, he'll bark at me. But he's down there going, So if you hear that, don't worry about it. He's confused because he's hungry, but he doesn't want to eat. Weird, I know. I got a couple of penny auctions for you. This is all the cut-off scraps that I have currently that I've been adding to down here as I sew and cut. This is probably about 3 pounds. So this is bigger than the ones that I've had before. And I think there's some pretty good stuff in there. I think there's some sizable half square triangle units in there. And lots of strips and squares that are 2 inches or less. A lot of really small stuff, but there's some good stuff in here too. So I'm going to put that on eBay. If you want to bid on this, it'll be up for a week, starting at a penny. And so I have that. The link to that will be in the description box. And then this, I made this the other day, and that's Pat Sloan's 10th anniversary block of her Facebook group. And I didn't care for how it turned out, remember? I just wasn't crazy about it, and I don't want to finish it. So I'm going to put this up on there as a penny auction too. And I think this is, I was going to measure it for you so you can get the perspective. I think it's 20 or 20 and a half, something like that. So it would, if you had a 20-inch pillow form, it would be good. Or you could finish it out as a mini wall quilt. So I'm going to put that up on there too. So those 2 links will be in the description box of this video. And a penny auction for a week. I may have to set shipping on that bag of scraps to like $5 or something, just to make sure that I don't go way in the hole on that. So far, all of y'all have been really good to, bid a decent amount on the items that I've been putting up as penny auctions, and, I make a little bit more than the shipping. So, if I can at least do that, it's worth my time to send it out to somebody else and not just let it go in the trash. So, yeah, those 2 things are in the description box. And then I also wanted to mention the video that I had about smart fabric buying. I really, really appreciate all the positive comments that I got on that video. I don't think I got one negative comment on that, and I got hundreds, literally hundreds of comments on that video, and I thank you for that. That means a lot to me that you want to interact with me on that subject. But I did want to mention some other places that you all mentioned in the comments that would help us in our smart fabric buying. Bear Creek Quilting Company was one, and now I'm receiving their emails, and I actually ordered from them. They had some Anne of Green Gables, one of the larger prints that I needed that I couldn't find anywhere else. Nice prices on there too, and I think they have a special pre-cut that they only do, which are 10-inch width of fabric I think 20 to 22 pieces for $40-ish. So like your normal pre-cut price, but they're 10-inch by width of fabric. So you end up with between 5 and 6 yards of fabric with that. So check that out if you think it might be something you'd be interested in. And they also have a very nice clearance section. You can find some good fabrics in there for a fair price. And then Marshall Dry Goods, I signed up for their emails as well. And I noticed this past week they had a wonderful 108 wide back selection on sale for like $9.99 a yard, $8.99 a yard, which, you know, if you get 3 yards of that, that's going to be a wide back for $35. I think their shipping is $4.95 or $5 flat rate. So smart. That would be the place to get them. They also have bigger names like Benartex and Wilmington and other things that you've seen on So Yeah that you can get there for cheaper. Green Fairy Quilts. I think I have ordered from Green Fairy Quilts before, but I hadn't started getting their emails. And I wanted to let you know, if you think if you have any inkling that you might want a fat quarter bundle of Anne of Green Gables, they have it right now for $47.99. And that's like a 22, 24 piece fat quarter bundle, $47.99. I paid from Quilting a Day around $60, which I thought was a steal. $47.99. As a matter of fact, right this moment they have Riley Blake, a big selection of Riley Blake cut pre-cuts for 50 to 60% off. So be warned, this is kind of like your last chance maybe to get a really good price on Anne of Green Gables. They also have a layer cake of it for $26.99. So not trying to get you to buy something you don't need, but if you think that you're going to start looking for it, you're running out of time, and that is a wonderful price. So thanks for directing me to those sites as well. And as things, you know, come up, if you see some great deals, let me know, and I'll be sure to mention them on here. I will, and that way we can all buy smart. Okay, let's wrap this up with the weekly art quilt. You're going to love this one. You're going to love it. You've got to stay and watch this. Don't sign off yet. I'm going to put an image of this quilt right here. It's called 66 Kisses. 84 by 72. It's by Melanie Bauer of Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin. And it says here, first came the idea, then the crossword plan on graph paper. Melanie then hand stenciled the letters on white fabric and cut her stash of leftover reds into 3-inch squares. All 986 of them. Machine quilted by Deb DeWild. It was a joy to present the quilt to her in-laws, whose names appear with other family members. So if you look at it, it looks like kind of like a Scrabble board or a crossword puzzle, and those are names of her in-laws' family members. Isn't that a great idea? I've seen Scrabble quilts before, but I thought this one was really cute, and you could do it in any color you could even do it scrappy, but I think doing it in a monotone sort of way with just one color and then your light letters is really effective. Really cute. 66 kisses. I guess there must be 66 names on there is what that means. But 986 squares of red. What a cool idea. Very cool. Okay, so I'm seeing on here that if you're in Florida, the Quilt Week show is going on in Daytona Beach, the 21st through the 24th. So it might be worth a ride over there to see that. And today is President's Day, no mail. And that I think is all I have for you today. So I wish you a wonderful week of quilting and sewing. Be productive. Sew a little bit each day. If you work full time, at least you can spend 15 or 20 minutes a day on one of your projects and get a lot of satisfaction out of that. So come back on Wednesday. We're going to be putting together our quilt as you go rows. We have our blocks together with sashing now. So you should have 2 rows, and I'm going to teach you how to put that one row together with the second row. And then from there, you should be able to make your quilt as big as you want. So that's what's in store for Wednesday. So tune in for that. Whether or not you're making the quilt or not, you might learn something new. You just never know. And then we'll be back here on Friday to see what we finished up on Finish It Friday. All right, have a great week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.